And so it's very simple as music, but there are already many dimensions that we'll find later that are quite key dimensions for him. So these layers of time, and of course this game with the space, with a distance somewhere. Well, the etude number 4, for instance, fanfares, is nothing else than the extension of these principles. Layers of rhythm, and 2 music, one completely fixed, the other one completely varied. And a distance between both of them, and then the 2 voices change the distance. Suddenly they are further, closer, more real, etc. Like in the etude number 8 theme, when he has suddenly make these cuts like in a film suddenly. And he makes that with a space as well. And that we find in many of his pieces for ensemble, for instance, or for orchestras as well. So these ways, because he uses this ostinati or these textures that goes on and on and on, and at the moment it has to stop. So sometimes he takes the knife, he makes complete cut and something else. So that's very interesting in early pieces, how we see already some landmarks of the personality of the big creator. We see in some cases how he's still not completely himself, but we see at other moments how his strength is already here, and we can anticipate how he will develop later. And for us interpreters, it's interesting because we can point these dimensions. We could ignore that and play this piece more like a kind of post-Schubertian thing. But then we would suffer from the melody being repeated too often, and from the accompaniment that would then sound like uninteresting because always the same thing. So it's very important to decide what is the thing we shall put the finger on in order to give sense to a particular piece for our listeners.